The penlight Frey gave to Olivia. She originally bought it for playing games with Homer, but it was with her when she came to Athia and wound up becoming a potent symbol of her friendship with the young orphan. After Sila's raid in Sepal and Olivia's untimely death, Frey kept it as a memento of their all-too-brief time together and a reminder of a young life needlessly lost. With On's help, Frey manages to escape the Tower of Benoit. The two women strike a deal. Frey will retrieve Auden's father's journals in exchange for information that may help her get home. She sets out for a Cognizance Guild in Preynost in search of them, and once there, not only does she find what she's looking for, but Robian, On's long since presumed dead father, as well. They return to Sepal together to find Tanta Sila attacking the city. The orphan Olivia is tragically killed in the ensuing violence, and as Frey clutches her young friend's lifeless body, she vows to make Sila pay. Officially known as the Council of Representatives, this interim governing body was created in order to manage Athia's affairs in the absence of the Tantas. When the rest of Athia fell to the break and the Tantas were lost, the council took up the former ruler's collective mantle and did its best to rule the survivors who remained. Today, the four councillors divide their responsibilities equally and strive to preserve Sepal's fragile peace. As the years pass and the break shows no signs of receding, however, tensions in the city grow higher and higher. Let's see. Recreant Knight. A soldier created by Tanta Silas using her sorceress powers, capable of soaring through the air in its surprisingly delicate wings. It's most often seen directing the actions of the other troops, but it is a truly formidable opponent in its own right. Its offensive approach is based mostly around long-distance fire attacks, but it will occasionally swoop in for a deadly spear strike. After taking a certain amount of damage, it will fly into a rage, unleashing an array of even more lethal skills. I completely forgot Cuff can scan enemies and probably would have told me how to fight that better. Alright, Olivia gone too soon. A young girl tragically killed when Sila ordered a raid on Sepal. In the aftermath of the attack, Frey was distraught to discover her young friend's body still clutching the penlight that symbolized their budding friendship. Thankfully, despite the senseless violence that led to her death, her expression was a peaceful one. So I remember that I was going to set out to find Tanta Sila, probably for some kind of revenge. Look, I know you're upset about the little girl, and it's entirely understandable. You two shared a bond. I just want you to know that I'll do all I can to help you get your revenge on Silas. Shall we see what we can find out around town? All right. Good health. I have max potions. I have max revivifies.
Good morning, Frey.
Hello, Auden.
Here are the notes on the Tirana I promised you.
Look, about our deal. Your dad's journals all got burnt up in the guild when we escaped.
It's fine. Frey, you brought him back. That's far more important. That is more than I could ever have hoped for. Here.
Thank you. So, where can I find Sila?
You should visit the archives in Upper Sepal. You'll be able to find out more about her there.
The archives. Got it.
Auden, sorry to bother you, but I just saw your father wandering off.
Forgive me, Frey. I need to go and find him.
Notes on the Tirana. A white journal containing Robian's notes on the phenomena known as Tirana. One of its pages reads as follows. Much remains mysterious about the Tirana. They make instantaneous locomotion possible by altering space and time, but precisely how, I cannot say. The energy required to open one is enormous, and increases exponentially the farther one wishes to travel. And yet, I cannot help but wonder, by channeling enough power into one, could we reach another continent, perhaps even another world?
Right. Off to the archives we go.
I am kind of worried about Bob, though. He is my ticket out of here.
Do what you want. But remember, we have a Tanta to defeat.
So we are going to go kill Scylla. We're going to explore town. Founts of Blessing. Founts of Blessing are magical pools in which the Tanta's powers are said to sleep, awaiting the coming of the worthy. They are easily identified by the rich abundance of plant life that grows around them. While it is not known for how long they've existed, we do know that they are found all over Athia, and that their long-standing connection to the Tantas makes them sacred and special places.
Magical fountain thingies, huh?
If they're related to the Tantas, perhaps we should go and take a look.
Said a new journal entry was okay. No, it was just the thing that I read. Oh, but did I gain... How am I doing on this? I have 24. Can I go get this? Apparently not. Not even close. Okay. Whoops. Looks like the next thing I can get is 34. Yeah, let's learn more stuff. Monuments. These shrines to Athia's beloved rulers were erected across the land by their devoted subjects at the Tanta's behest. It was once common practice for pilgrims to travel through all four realms, visiting each and every monument to pray that peace might continue to reign. There are 4 types of monument in total, each dedicated to the virtues most prized by each Tanta: love, strength, justice, and wisdom.
So the Tantas left these stones behind?
Yes, although one can only wonder why.
Robian's research. A journal containing Robian's research notes from his time at a cognizance guild in Vissoria. He appears to have devised a new method for delivering medicine to the sick. In his notes, he claims that this new vaporization technique will allow certain medicines to be inhaled directly by the patient, drastically reducing respiratory inflammation.
Damn. Great Bob used to be quite the genius, huh?
Which makes it all the more disturbing to see what's become of him. Tragic, really.
Well, no new info on the Tirana here.
Sadly, given his condition, I'm starting to think that even asking the man himself won't yield much of use.
Oh. There's even a marker saying where I should be going. My bad. Looks like that is inside the town. A bookshop. And some events. Well, I see no reason that we shouldn't check out these events first. And this bookshop.
Hey there. You're Frey, aren't you? The one who used her amazing powers to drive back the monsters. I'm Pilo. Can't believe I'm talking to the hero who saved the city.
Hello, Pilo.
I'm not a hero. Not now, never will be. Did you want something?
Just wondering if there's anything I can do. I don't know, I could... Hey, I could show you around town. You haven't been here long, right?
A guided tour. What an excellent idea. Certainly couldn't hurt to get the lay of the
No,
land.
thanks, but I'm not in the mood.
Oh, don't say that! Look, I'll be waiting for you, alright? When you're ready, just let me know.
New D2s are available. Check the menu. D2 are side quests. Within certain marked locations or talk to marked NPCs, you can occasionally take on special side quests. As the story progresses, these may become unavailable, so be sure to take them on while you have the chance. Okay. I can't climb that? Really?
Decided to take me up on my offer?
Okay, bet. Give me the tour.
Great! This is great! Alright. We'll start at the square in the lower city. This way. Come on, follow me! The lower city is where all the refugees live. And the square, here, is its heart.
Are you a refugee?
My parents were. I was born here.
Okay, Obrana Square. In the days before the break, Sepal wasn't much more than a quiet collection of buildings standing serenely amid the beauty of nature. Despite the ravages of time and recent events, Obrana Square retains the tranquility of this peaceful past, with its sweeping stairway and dignified stone pillars creating a sense of airy openness. Townspeople gather here at all hours of the day to exchange goods and information, or just to pass the time.
Sepal are born and bred, huh?
Anyone my age or younger pretty much has to be.
You're young Olivia's friend. Elif, this is the girl Olivia was talking about.
The amazing girl?
Oh, come on. I wouldn't go that far.
Olivia used to look after my Elif a lot, you know. But I never heard her talk about another grown-up like she did you. You must have been very special to her.
You think so?
And she was special to you too, I imagine.
She was special.
Guess we only ever actually spoke a few times. But we just kind of connected, you know?
You remind me of her. She was strong, and you could trust her. And she was lonely.
Tanta Sila was a mighty warrior. I'd watch yourself out there if I were you.
Jesus, alright. That was worth experience. You know what? I am curious if the nails upgrade that we got last time. Yo, they're actually on her fingernails. That is cool as hell. That's really cool. Okay, well, if talking to people is the quest thing. Wait, a new archive, Elif Hadel. A timid young boy who often hides behind his father. Having lost his mother at a very young age, Elif has no family left apart from his dad. He was close friends with Olivia. I'm just going to say Olivia, because that's what they're saying. Who often told him stories about Frey, but he was too shy to ever talk to her himself, despite desperately wanting to. Poor kid.
I felt so powerless. There's nothing I could do to help her. Nothing. But I won't let anything happen to my son. I can't.
Dad?
Okay, well, if checking those things out is the actual quest, let's check this out.
Interested in these here books, are you? You've got a good eye. They're treasures of a sort, all rescued from the abandoned Cognition's guilds.
Oh, cool. Hey, this one actually looks useful. It's about crafting.
It's
Hey.
might be worth your while.
I'd be happy to give it to you. For a price. I collect old things, see? Find some and I might just be persuadable.
What about this old coin?
Well now, isn't that a beauty? I'll need more than one of those depending on the book, but here, have a look.
Exchanging old coins. There are people in Athia with an interest in the old coins that can be found in various places. They'll offer valuable items in exchange for them, so be sure to collect as many as you
Take your
can.
fancy?
I have 6 coins. Defense boost when landing crit. Resistance to effects that reduce stamina. Recovery speed. Increase poison resistance. Resistance to being dazed. Resistance to attack reducing effects. Increase buffs. Buff length. Immunity to defense reduction. Immunity to attack reduction. Increases critical hit damage. Immunity to poison. Immunity to reducing stamina recovery. Okay. Let's get increased crit hit damage.
With you.
Now will it let me go back and craft that, or do I have to stay here on this tour?
Autumn seemed worried. I wonder if Bob's okay.
Look, we'll check on Bob. I'm busy accidentally parkouring all over the place. I can do this once. Okay, well, let's do it once then. And I guess we can turn that off now. But what's this?
Oi, you!
Huh? You talking to me?
Upseater, she's a sharp one. What's that you got there, eh?
What, this? I just found it lying around the town.
Let me swap you something for it. I'll do you a good deal, I promise.
The trader. If you can find enough of the puppet dolls hidden around Sepal, you'll be able to swap them with the trader for some unique items. Okay.
Well, show me the goods.
I have 1. Okay, crafting material. Oh, a new cloak. Rare crafting material and a better cloak. Well, let's get a cloak. The Pelerine. Cloak worn by very important individuals. Inflicting critical hits on foes can restore health to the wearer.
Thank you very much. Pleasure doing business with you.
Okay. Does it... Yeah, okay. Visually looks different and looks pretty cool. And of course now I have to go back and enchant this because that's how I am. Frey. Get in the house, Frey. Well, I guess for now we'll just get a little of that and a little of that. That they just walked away? That was the whole thing? Okay.
Hello, Frey.
Hello, Wallace.
I was just pondering the fleeting nature of life. One moment, we are laughing together, not a care in the world. The next, we are not but dust on the wind. What good can come of love in such a time? Surely it can only end in tragedy.
I hate to say it, but you might be right.
Some music, perhaps? Though I fear it will do precious little to lift the mood.
Absolutely.
Then allow me to perform the horrible terror of Preynost.
You really need some help naming these.
Preynost is a harsh and unforgiving land. Not all who make the journey there are fortunate enough to escape a fiery fate. And for those they leave behind, not remains but emptiness. You would do well to take care if you plan on venturing there yourself.
Thanks, Wallace.
Not exactly the most illuminating of ditties, was it? That's the trouble with these arty types. Very little in the way of practical advice.
What do you mean? Preynost bad, stay away. That was pretty much the message, right?
Shall we?
Okay, Wallace the Blue Bard. A bard who has taken to pondering life's ephemeral nature, and who is beginning to believe that nothing but tragedy awaits those who dare to love in such troubled times. Though the songs he sings eloquently evoke the pain of the people of Sepal, their names tend to detract somewhat from the effect, much to Cuff's amusement. This style of cloak is typically sported by Sepal's more well-to-do citizens. The keen of eye will notice the finely embroidered details, which shine through in spite of the garment's somewhat shabby state. In an Athia where making such fine clothing anew has become all but an impossibility, vintage items such as this are now a coveted luxury. Plus it looks cool.
Alden's over the moon to have her father back. I don't think I've ever seen her so happy. I say we owe you a thank you.
Around here's basically our turf.
A shame it's barely fit for human habitation.
Do the buildings around here just not get fixed?
Sometimes. But we're not a priority down here. The upper city comes first. And that, and then everything else.
That sucks.
Up there's where we get our water.
I've seen that already. Thank you, though.
Oh, really? All right, then. Let me show you something else.
It's downright frightening, it is. Fancy letting someone like that roam the streets unsupervised.
Hey, Mommy! Mommy! Look, the lady!
Shush you! And you don't go near her, you hear?
Hey, that's no way to...
It's cool. I'm used to it.
Shame. I was rather hoping to see that fiery temper of yours in action.
Petty, small-minded gossips! Although, I suppose it is pretty frightening. With your power, you could turn the whole town on its head just like that. Yeah, you're something else, all right.
Not this shit again. I'm nobody. Get over it already.
Hey, do you like animals?
They're all right, I guess.
Great! You like this, then? Over here is where we keep all the livestock. We don't get to eat meat very often, but we do all right, I suppose. Hey, you can't create food out of thin air, can you? Never mind.
Kiski Meadow. While this peaceful pasture with its free-roaming sheep might be relaxing in another setting, its proximity to the city graveyard lends it an eerie air that keeps most visitors at bay. Meat is hard to come by in Sepal these days, and despite trying to increase output, all attempts have been met with misfortune of one kind or another, be it disease or outright theft.
The big open area is the graveyard. Rich or poor, we all end up there in the end.
A farm and a cemetery. You don't see that often.
Really? It's quite a good arrangement. The animals help keep the grass down. Come on, let's go and take a closer look.
They're not shy, that's for sure.
Well, we don't get many new faces in town. Hey, why don't you try feeding them?
Really? Is that allowed?
Of course! Wait here. I'll go and grab some food.
Feeding the sheep. Try finding hungry sheep and feeding them. You can use cuff scan to figure out which ones have worked up an appetite.
Just go up to one of them and hold out your hand.
Fed the sheep.
This guy's a mess. You don't bathe them?
Oh, we try. But that one just loves his mud baths.
Fed the sheep.
Fluffy.
Fed the sheep.
Fluffy.
Like I said, this is the graveyard.
There's so many of them.
Yeah, well, if they're dead, they're down there.
Fed the sheep.
Damn, you really wolfed that down, huh?
Yeah, fed the sheep.
Our savior's favorite farm. It's gonna have a ring to it. Don't you think? I might put up a sign. Right. I suppose it's time I showed you the upper city. It's back the way we came and up the stairs. Or did you want to look around a bit more first?
That's the graveyard. Everyone who ever died in Sepal is buried there. Only trouble is, there's too many of them now to mourn.
Can I ask you something? Your powers. Could you give me a quick demonstration?
Absolutely not. You're not some street performer.
Look, I'm sorry, but they're not for show.
Ah, really? I was hoping you'd give me another look. But I guess I've seen enough. Adia's as good as saved already.
How many fucking times do I have to tell you? I'm not your savior. So, this is where the rich folks live.
Yep. And they get the best food, the nicest clothes, and the safest part of the city to themselves. They get to run everything just because of who they are. Best not to think about it.
Ah, the accident of birth. Curse you, cruel fate.
It's her.
Oh, don't even look at her.
What business does someone like that have in this part of the city?
That boy is here again.
Ignore him. He'll clear off soon enough.
Do you want me to call the guards?
Only if she does something.
Well, of course she will.
We'll see, dear. We'll...
This is the Tower of... Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Hey, don't worry about it. Let's maybe not go in for the full tour, though.
Hey, coin. Okay. What's that? Old coin.
The cats in the upper city certainly aren't afraid of anyone, are they?
Yeah, they're cute. They're not Homer.
I don't know how you even tell one from another, to be honest.
Can't you really trust them? It's not ours. This is the mausoleum. Our souls come here when we die.
What are you doing here? And you belong in the lower city.
Yes, you have no right to be here. Neither of you. Be gone!
Of all the people to run into.
Frey saved the city! If anyone deserves to be here, it's her! If she wanted, she could turn you to ashes in a heartbeat! But she'd never do that. Isn't that right, Frey?
Okay, can you fucking let it go already?
What? What's wrong with you all of a sudden?
If you want to save your city, do it your fucking self. You're not dragging me into this.
The mausoleum. This ancient structure is older than Sepal itself, though nobody knows when exactly it was built. It is more than just a building to the Athians, who believe that the souls of the departed come here to rest for all eternity. The precise origin of this belief is unclear, but generations of Athians have treated the mausoleum as a place of worship and reflection, and to this day, visitors can be seen offering up thanks and prayers.
What about our tour? There's so much still to see.
I don't need a stupid fucking tour.
Shvashini Square. The square in Upper Sepal where the mausoleum is located, while it is much quieter than Obrana Square, it once played a central role in Athian culture, as it was where the annual Rite of Remembrance was held. People from every realm in Athia would gather to pay their respects to the dead in this moving ceremony. Nowadays, the most activity the square sees is Dax's drills with the city guard.
You're not really going after Tanta Sila, are you? Suppose it's better than you loitering around town any longer.
Is it true you mean to face Tanta Sila on your own? I must say, you don't look like a girl with a death wish.
Did the Cognitions Guild really collapse? Just think how much priceless knowledge must have been lost. The other guilds remain standing, of course, but for how long?
Hello.
Why are you still in Sepal, child?
We allowed you to go free only because you said you would go to Tanta Sila yourself. I would advise you not to go back on your word.
Wait, is that Olivia's name?
Among others, yes. This is a record of those who perished.
Rather a morbid thing to be jotting down, don't you think?
Your recklessness resulted in the deaths of many innocents.
My recklessness? I wasn't the one who almost got Auden killed.
Better to lose one life than countless others. Or do you disagree?
That what you wanted to hear? Good. I guess since you're such a believer, you won't mind being the one making the sacrifice next time. Yeah. Now if you're done preaching. Look, let me make it simple for you. Sila's going down. And no one is getting sacrificed. Least of all me.
I have to say, I'm not hugely convinced by the people in charge around here. With that kind of attitude, they'll have sacrificed the whole city before long.
Don't get me started.
Bolette Crow. Volet's representative on the Council of Sepal, appointed by Prav herself. Having devoted herself to the study of law and politics from an early age, she was a fitting candidate for chairperson of the council when the role became available. She is committed to the well-being of the citizenry above all else, and while this is a noble trait, it can lead her to take a dim view of anything that might disturb Sepal's fragile peace. No, there weren't any coins or dolls. Well, we got to talk to Bavette. Coin.
What are they doing?
If I had to guess, I'd say they're offering up prayers to the dead.
Doesn't look like praying's done much for Athia so far.
Well, the habits of a lifetime are hard to break. And who can blame them for seeking a little solace after all we've lost?
Yeah, guess you're right. If only I could have protected you. I know I can't change anything now, but still wish I could have spoken to you one last time.
Robian Keen, returned to us at last. Who would have thought it? I'm from Janoon, you know. Same as him. Does a lot for the old civic pride, having countrymen like that, I can tell you.
Let's see.
What's the plan then?
We're gonna chase a cat.
What do you want us to find here?
Hey, pop it.
You let me here on purpose, didn't you?
Hello there. Can I get you something?
Nice.
Okay.
Rolled a whatever that is. I want to check to see if Bob's doing okay. Let's look around town and see if we can find him.
Let's see, we checked both of those. This was the praying. So let's see what these other events are.
As you wish.
Odin's over the moon to have her father back. I don't think I've ever seen her so...
The next stage of the plan will require the townspeople to be evacuated to a suitable... You? What are you still doing in Sepal? You will not escape Tanta Sila's wrath, you know. Her enemies receive no quarter. None.
Is she from Praenost? Seems rather keen on Sila.
Maybe she can tell us more about her.
She is the Tanta of strength, blessed with the power to fortify both mind and body.
That sounds tricky to deal with.
And her gifts do not end there. She is a leader under whose unflinching discipline whole armies cower. Her mere presence on the battlefield is enough to strike terror into the hearts of her enemies.
Okay, I get it. She's one stone-cold, badass bitch.
You trespassed upon her realm. You are a threat, and as such, are not to be tolerated.
Just because I walked over some imaginary line? Shit, should have brought a passport.
There is no just when it comes to trespass on sacred ground, girl. Especially not when the ground in question belongs to one so powerful. It was your fault the city was attacked. Tanta Sila wished only to drive out the threat.
And she clearly wasn't the only one.
She was hard on others, but no harder than she was on herself. Beneath that stern exterior lies a warmer heart. Her desire to protect the people of Athia. This is what drives her.
Protect? Is that what you call smashing shit up and killing people?
What use is there in talking to one as corrupted as you?
Sorry I asked. Why do I even care who she is or who she used to be? She killed Olivia. That's all that matters.
As long as you remain, the city remains in danger. Tanta Sila may yet be forced to destroy us all. You must go to her, and be punished for your crimes.
Oh, I'll go to her, all right. And when I find her, she's dead.
Okay. Dax Virnost, Praenost's representative on the Council of Sepal, appointed by Sila herself. In her younger years, she was a much-decorated soldier. Her feats eventually drew Sila's attention, and led to her achieving the ultimate honor, being appointed a commander in Praenost's army. These days, she commands Sepal's city guard, directing their efforts to defend the town and keep the peace.
You think you're capable of killing a Tanta? Then you are utterly deluded.
I mean, we're going to find out.
Hey.
Cat!
Cat.
Lead me to another poppet.
You really do have the magic touch.
I swear I've seen it before somewhere.
The cat that was just here? Oh yes, I know it. Poor wretched creature was all little Olivia had.
You think it's waiting for her to come back?
I hope not. Putting your faith in humans is a great way to guarantee disappointment.
Hey. It's not like she wanted to leave him behind, asshole.
All right, all right. I'm sorry I spoke.
I guess I don't chase the cat. Olivia's cat, a cat that was once very close to Olivia. Even Frey has no luck approaching this wary feline, which flees whenever anyone draws near. Olivia was the only one it trusted, and the two can often be found playing together at the dump. Even now, this loyal creature sits and waits for its favorite human to return.
The cat that was just here? Oh yes, I know it.
Wait, children, come back. I haven't... I suppose you saw that. They just will not listen to me.
Something tells me he gets that a lot.
Okay, let me take a bathroom break. Taco.